Chapter 53 Training Days. For 2 weeks straight, Gojo and Geto had been getting up early to use the school track while the students were indoors for class. Geto's running pace improved. Gojo tried not to run too far ahead of him, which angered Geto. "I know what your normal running pace is. I told you not to baby me," Geto would remind him. After running, they spent an hour on physical conditioning, including weightlifting and stretching. Geto lost some of the weight he had just regained because of the increase in activity. Gojo started nagging him about his diet. "I'll eat when I'm hungry. Stop babying me," Geto would grumble. On this morning, Gojo and Geto started hand-to-hand combat training on the mats in the school gym. Gojo remembered how this was one of Geto's best skills. Gojo circled slowly around Geto. "Watch your stance. Feet shoulder-width apart. Soft knees. Weight forward." Geto tried to set himself correctly. "Don't lock yourself up," Gojo said. "I know," Geto snapped. "Then don't do it," Gojo snapped back. Geto tried to redo his foot placement, but his body felt stiff. His muscle memory for this was gone. He had one of his feet too far out, throwing his balance off. Gojo noticed it immediately. "Drive your weight through the ball of your foot, not your heel." Geto shifted his position again, but leaned too far forward. Gojo walked up to him and pushed his shoulder with 2 fingers. Geto stumbled back. He swore under his breath. Gojo gave him tips as Geto worked on his stance. Geto tried to follow his instructions. Gojo demonstrated the footwork. Front foot gliding forward, back foot following. Geto attempted to copy his movements, but his center of gravity was off. "You should be gliding, not dragging. Small, smooth steps," Gojo said, noticing Geto's increased frustration. Geto made another attempt to get his footing right, but his weight slipped to the side and Gojo caught him by the elbow. "My body won't listen." Geto shook Gojo's hand off his arm. Gojo knew it was time to stop. "Maybe it'll listen tomorrow. Let's break for now," Gojo announced. Geto was about to argue, but Gojo shot him a look. They put their socks and shoes back on and left the gym. Gojo put an arm around Geto's shoulder while they walked. "Maybe you'll let me give you a rub down after we shower," Gojo joked, hoping Geto left his frustration back at the gym. "Is that the only reason you're working me so hard?" Geto asked. "Of course. I need some excuse to shamelessly get my hands all over you," Gojo squeezed his shoulder. Geto shook his head, but smiled at Gojo as they made their way back to the dorm.